Roads is an Ashoka U change maker, and that what looks like, or what that means, is that our programs are designed with an innovative approach, and we want to give you the opportunity to be able to apply what you are learning and solve some of the problems, not only like the world, but also in your small communities, how we can change things today that it can improve the way of doing and the way of being for our community members. So with that said, I want to pass over to Chris and Mickie that are going to get in more details about the programs.
Shall I go first, Mickie?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, we have two very, they're related programs, but this table really sort of highlights the differences between them. So I am the program head for the Environmental Practice Program, and that is an entirely online degree completion program. So it's your third and fourth year of a degree, because most of you will be coming to us with a diploma, and you can take that in your own time. So you can do it as an almost full-time program and get it completed in just over 2 years, or you can take a course, you know, every semester or quarter, or you know, at your own pace, and you can take up to 7 years. So it's very, very flexible. You can take it as either a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts, and as I noted before, that's very much dependent on what diploma, what previous educational experience you may have. You can start 3 times a year, and the main difference in terms of the content between us and Mickie's program, the Environmental Science program, is we don't have any significant laboratory or fieldwork experience that's part of the program. So if that's what you're looking for, you're better off with Mickie's program. And if you're looking for something that's more generalist and very flexible, focused on core skills as identified by Eco Canada, which is the organization that certifies environmental professionals in Canada, then environmental practice in terms of curriculum is the best program for you. You finish off the degree with either a practicum or a research paper. If you take a practicum, you have to take 1 extra course during the course because it's worth fewer credits, but nevertheless, that's your capstone at the end of the program. So that's sort of really the very sort of broad overview of how the environmental practice program is structured and operates.
Okay, I'll pick up from there. The environmental science program is basically offered in 2 formats: a 1-year on-campus program where you'll complete year 3 and year 4 in 1 calendar year, or a 24-month blended version where you would come for 3 3-week periods on campus over the course of 2 years, and you would be taking distance courses the rest of the year. So that blended option is really designed around folks that are working full-time and have the ability to come to campus sporadically. So it's Bachelor of Science only. If you are interested in the on-campus program, it starts in September. If you are interested in the blended version of the program, we have an intake every April. And you would be on campus actually during May. So it's a nice time of year to come to Victoria. We also will provide the academic requirements for the environmental professional designation through Eco Canada, as we are a certified program through that. Both versions are. Both versions contain a significant lab and fieldwork component. So if that's something you're still kind of working up your skills on, this is a good choice. And the on-campus program offers the opportunity for a 9-month consulting project that has an external sponsor, where you would be doing an actual applied project for the benefit of that sponsor organization. It is a cohort-based program, meaning that you take your classes with your cohort. in the same order at the same time, which really allows you to develop those social interactions that really help a lot of people with their learning and really support them during the times where they're finding that they have more difficulty either with the coursework or because of other things going on in their life. I think that is not a bad summary. Okay, so a typical day for the environmental science students, we generally say that you should assume that you're going to be in class from 8:30 to 4:30. We tend to prefer to send you to class in the morning and to the lab or to the field in the afternoon. There are open blocks throughout the semester as well, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind. If you are coming for a 3-week residency as part of the blended program, you'll probably be in class more along the lines of 8:15 to 5:30. With time for homework and teamwork in your evenings. But during the distance portions of a blended program, that's going to depend on the kind of work that you do and the sort of hours that you normally work. It's meant to run very asynchronously so that it gives maximum flexibility for those who are doing shift work or may have family obligations. So you can do your classwork when it works for you during those distance portions, whether that's very early in the morning or very late at night or in the middle of the day will all kind of work. What differentiates the distance in the blended program is really, are you going to be on campus and fully immersed in that learning opportunity, or are you working at the same time because you've got work or family obligations that would benefit from you actually being mostly at home?
Yeah, and I think obviously for the Bachelor of Environmental Practice, that's all online. And as Mickie said, Royal Road's online courses are designed to not commit you to a particular time when you have to be online. So there will be schedules for assignment deadlines, and the course will have a start date and a finish date. But outside of that, there won't be lecture times when you have to be on Zoom or whatever for an hour and a half or 2 hours at any given time. Sometimes instructors will record or have a live session where they will be discussing some content or presenting material, but those will always be recorded to allow you to review them later if you're not able to take part at that time. So it's designed for people, as Mickie said, both all our online courses to accommodate people with very different schedules and time zone requirements. So yeah, so our graduates go on to do all sorts of different things, really there's one of the things that characterizes our programs is their interdisciplinarity, and therefore a broad range of backgrounds and career goals and what you then go on to do after the degree. For the Bachelor of Environmental Practice program, we work very closely with Eco Canada to determine the skills that the environmental professions are looking for. And that's the same for Mickie's program as well. That the relationship isn't maybe quite so close, but it's still very much there. So both we are confident that our programs provide you the skills you need to meet the requirements for a full range of career opportunities in the environmental professions. And our feedback we do get from employers is always very positive about the skills and the work readiness of our graduates. And so here are just some of the examples of jobs that our graduates go on to do, or those people that then of course go on to graduate school are also is also available as an outcome of this degree. So it's a very broad range of different pathways that become available to you as a result of these degrees.
So as Chris has noted, employers are really impressed with both the knowledge-based skills that you come out of these programs with, but also kind of the soft skills that you need to really function well in the work environment, right? You'll come out of this understanding the fact that just because you put people in a group doesn't make you a team, and what's involved in making people a team. Communication skills, writing skills, presentation skills are all things that we don't necessarily think of people, getting as part of their educational degree, but they are really very much interwoven in these programs as well. Has been mentioned a couple of times, professional certifications, because that's often something students want to know is, can I get professionally certified after this? Yes, all three programs will allow you to get the Environmental Professional in Training designation from Eco-Canada. The Bachelor of Science programs are actually certified through Eco-Canada. The relationship with the environmental practice programs is a little bit different, but all the programs will qualify you for this. This is the only national certification for environmental professionals in Canada at this time. If you are interested in designations like registered professional biologist or professional agrologist or similar things like that, you'll need to actually contact those organizations in the province that you are working in, because those are provincial certifications and they tend not to transfer from province to province. So the programs will definitely allow you to gain skills that are necessary for those accreditations, but unless combined with with skills and coursework from your diploma program, probably won't on their own qualify you for those designations. Chris, did you want to add anything there?
Yeah, just to sort of reiterate that last point you made, and we certainly do have students that go on to get designations like RP Bios in their province, but we're not specifically set up to lead in that direction. For various reasons to do with provincial differences and things like that, but we are aligned with the environmental professional designation. And just to sort of clarify the relationship the two programs have with that, as Mickie mentioned, the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science is accredited by Eco-Canada. The Bachelor of Environmental Practice is actually sort of co-operate, co-run, well not run, but co-owned, I suppose you could call it, with Eco-Canada. And so we have, we have a very close relationship with that organization. And so that's why they influence the design and direction of the program. So there are some opportunities on both programs to study abroad. It's slightly different the way it works for either program. For the Bachelor of Environmental Practice, there is just slightly less than half the program credits are elective. And so you can choose to take some of those electives in an international context. Most of our students being mostly interested in working online so they can maintain employment. It's not something that many are interested in, but nevertheless, it is an opportunity if that's where your interests lie. And there's more information on the Royal Roads website about those opportunities. Slightly different in the Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science program, but I'll let Mickie explain that.
Okay, since the Bachelor of Science program does not really have elective courses at this time, where we would encourage you to consider study abroad would be as an add-on to the end of your program. So once your program is complete at the end of August, you may wish to take a semester at one of the international partner schools as something that you could do afterwards to gain some international experience.
Financial aid is a question that we can ask frequently, and depending on the program that you are taking and the model, if it's fully on campus, online, or blended, there might be different options available for you. So we have a team of financial aid and awards specialists that will be looking forward to connect with you and they can advisors and admissions advisors that will be able to provide many details. You can go in deep and understand more about the details of the course. They can walk you and support you through the application process, talk about admissions requirements. As Mickie and Chris said, if your program was not listed as part of our transfer agreements, the enrollment advisors can help you to start that process, looking how that will look like while you're applying to the program. And we have students, campus and student services available. And if you are curious to maybe get to know and maybe chat more with Chris and Mickie about these programs, we can make that as possible, as well as connected with people that graduate from these programs. If you want to learn more about their experience, what they learn, their process, maybe what they're working now, we will be able to create that connection between you and our alumni body. My mouse went a little bit crazy here. And if you have any other questions, we will be happy to answer any questions right now.